Hello guys, and welcome to another video in the series of Linux tutorials. In this video we are going to talk about two commands which are wc command and tr command. So let's begin. First of all, we have the wc command. This command is used to print number of lines or number of words or number of characters present in a file or from the standard output. Okay, so let's say first of all we have the file doc1. These are the contents. Now let's say that I want to find out how many lines does a file have. For that I can write here wc, then specify the option here -l and then the name of the file. Okay, so let's say the name of the file is doc1, so I will give here doc1. So this will give me here 3. Okay, we can also give the multiple file arguments. For example, I can write here wc-l, then I can write doc1 and then doc2. Okay, so it will tell me that in the doc1 we have 3 lines and in the doc2 it has 3 lines. Okay, and in total we have the 6 lines. Okay, if I view the content of doc2, then you will see there are 3 lines. Okay, so -l option is used when you want to find number of lines. Okay, now let's say that you want to find out how many words that a file has. So for that you can specify the option here w. Okay, wcw and then the name of the file, let's say doc1. Okay, so it will tell me number of words that a file has is 9. Okay, so if you see in this file we have 3 words and then 3 and then 3. Total there are 9 words. That is the output here. Note that while calculating the words, white space is taken as the default separator. Okay, default separators between the words. Okay, now let's say I want to find out how many characters does a file have. So I can write here wc, then -n and then the name of the file, let's say doc1. Okay, so this file has 46 characters. Now if you write the wc command without specifying any option, then it will give me number of lines which were 3 and the number of words which were 9 and number of characters which are 46. Okay, so by default it prints as the output of 3 things, that is the line, number of words and number of characters. Now wc command can also be used with the standard output of another command. Okay, for example, if I am writing here doc1 and then I can also specify here, let's say wc and that's all. Okay, so it is giving me 3946, basically telling me the number of lines, the number of words and the number of characters. Okay, now let me give you another example here. So if you see here, there are 4 files. Okay, now let's say I am inside a directory and I want to find out how many total directories or sub files present in that particular directory. So what I can do, I can write here ls, then I can write here I can write here wc and then -l. Okay, so if I press enter, you will see it is giving us 4, basically telling me that inside this directory, which is the current directory, we have 4 sub things. Okay, sub things will include the files and sub directories. Okay, now remember that it is just the terminal way of showing the output in the single line, but in actual the output is in the different lines. Okay, that is the reason it is giving me the 4 here instead of 1. Okay, now let's say that I am inside a directory, let's say ls/etc, and I want to know how many sub things are present there. So I can write here wc dash. Okay, so it will tell me that there are 256 in total present. Okay, so collectively total number of files and directory present inside the /etc's directory is 256. Okay, now let's say that I want to check how many users present in this system. Okay, so I can write here ls-home. Okay, the default user home directory is this one. Whenever a user is created, then a associated directory is also created inside this directory. Okay, so then I can write here wc-l. Okay, so it will give me here 3. Why? Because let me just simply ls-home, then you will see there are 3 users currently exist in this system. Okay, that's why it is giving me output as 3. Right, so this is how you can use the wc command. Even though there is a one limitation of the wc command, let me tell you, let's say our file is doc2. Okay, now you will see the field separator here is colon instead of white space that was present in the doc1. Okay, now if I want to count the word, it will give me output as 3. Let me write here wc-w and I am giving here doc2. Okay, it is giving me 3. Why? Because by default the field separator should be white space. Okay, so wc command doesn't give us any particular option in which I can change my default field separator for counting the words. Okay, for this problem we can use the command tr. Okay, so what I will do, I will write here, let's say cat of doc2. Okay, then I will do here tr, then we have to change colon into white space. Okay, now if you see the output of only this command, then you will see instead of colon here it is white space. Okay, then after that I will send my output to the wc command. Okay, wc, let's say w, right, forward. Then you will see it is giving me 9 as the output, that was previously 3. Okay, so tr command is basically used to replace or delete some sort of character, or to replace a character with some other character. For example, here the colon is getting replaced with the space, and then the output is being sent to the wc command. Okay, so now let's talk about the tr command in detail. So now if you see here, I have 4 files, and if you view the content of doc3, there are multiple contents embedded. For example, there are numbers also, and there are alphabets also. Now let's say that I want to remove the numbers. Then I can write here, let's say cat of doc3, and then I can specify here tr, and then I want to delete the digits. So I can write here 0 to 9. Okay, basically defining a range from 0 to 9. You can also give the range as like 4 to 5. Then the only numbers will be deleted will be 4 and 5, or 2 to 6. Then the numbers between 2 to 6 will be deleted. And since we are deleting, not replacing it with some other characters, then I can specify here option as -d. Okay, now if you see the output here, all the numbers is getting deleted. Okay, now even though I have removed these digits, you will see the output is not looking nice. Okay, basically I only wanted the one space between these. So for that I can write the same command again, and then I can give the option as tr, then -s option. Basically -s option is used when you want to eliminate multiple repetition of the same character. For example, let's say the characters are a like that. Okay, and you only want that between two adjacent characters there should be only one a. So for that you can specify the -f option. Okay, after specifying this option, then the output of a will be only a. Okay, so I will specify here the character as space. Okay, so whenever there will be multiple spaces, then it is going to be eliminated with the single space. Okay, so if I press enter, now you will see instead of 2 space, here it is only 1 space. Okay, another thing is that when I am using the tr command, then the output is not getting saved to this file. Okay, so if I again do the cat of doc3, you will see the number still exists. Okay, so output is not getting saved in any file. So for that I can specify here option as greater than, which will be standard output redirection, and then I can give the file name, let's say do. Okay, and now if you see the output of do, then you will see the output is being changed and being saved to this file. Okay, so after tr command, if you want to save the output, then you can specify or use the standard output redirection. Okay, now let's see some more examples on tr command. Now let's say our file is cat of doc4. Okay, now you will see there it is curly braces. Right, now let's say that instead of curly braces, I want to use the parenthesis. Now what can I do? I can write here cat of doc4, right? Then I will use the tr command, and here we generally specify the set of characters that you want to change. So I want to change open curly braces and close curly braces. Okay, and with whom you want to replace it with. For example, I will write here parenthesis. Now whenever there will be this open curly braces, it is going to be replaced with the open parenthesis. Okay, whenever there will be closed curly braces, it is going to be replaced with the closed parenthesis. Okay, now if I press enter, you will see all the curly braces has been replaced with the open and closing curly braces. Okay, so remember that here the first character will be replaced with the first character, the second character will be replaced with the second character, like that. Okay, now let's say that let me create another file with the content as abcde. Okay, so I'm running the same command nearly, and let's say here I'm writing abc, and I want to change it with 1 2. Okay, only 2 characters I am defining here. Now you will see a is going to be replaced with 1, right? B is going to be replaced with the 2, then C will also be replaced with the 2. Okay, so remember that whenever there is a high range of characters in this set, then and there is also low range of characters, then the last characters which are left will be replaced with the last characters which are present in the set 2. Okay, so basically this is the set 1 and this is the set 2, right? So in this case, a will be replaced with the 1, B with 2, and C will also be with 2. So if I press enter, you will see A is getting replaced with the 1, B with 2, and C is also with the 2. Okay, now let's say I'm here also writing D. Okay, so again A A will replace with the 1, then 2, then 2, then 2. Okay, because there are no further characters, right? And if in this location there are multiple more than characters present here, then it's not going to be any problem, because D will be replaced with the 4 like that. Okay, so if I press enter, you will see E is not getting replaced, only the A with 1, B with 2, C with 3 and D with 4. Okay, so let me now clear it. Our tr command does not take any file as an argument. For example, if I'm writing here, let's say colon, change the colon with the space and giving the file as a doc2, then it is giving me error. Okay, so to overcome this, I can always use the standard input redirection. Okay, so now instead of argument, I am giving it the standard input redirection. Okay, if I press enter, you will see that all the colon will be replaced with the space. Okay, if you see the content of the doc2, then you will see this was the original content, and since I have written here tr colon with the space, then the colon is getting replaced with the space. Okay, now by default it does not take file as an argument, but we can always use the standard input redirection, right? Now if you view the manual page of tr command, then you will see there are various options that we can use here. Okay, for example, in the set we can specify the dash lower. Okay, basically it represents for the lowercase letters. Then we can also specify here dash upper, dash space, right? And then there is for digits. Okay, so basically for accumulating or for combining the multiple sets of character, we can use this. Okay, so let me give an example here. Let's say our file is doc3, and you will see this is our contents. Okay, now let's say that I want to change all the lowercase characters into the uppercase characters. So I can write here cat of doc3, or let me use the other form. Okay, and inside it I will write here, let's say lower. Okay, and then in the set 2 I will write here convert it to the upper, sorry, should be colon and upper, right? And then I will give standard input here. So let's say the file name was doc3. Okay, now you will see every content has been converted to the upper case. Okay, similarly if you interchange this, then every uppercase letter will be converted to the lower case. Okay, now let's say that you want to delete these numbers, then instead of writing 0 to 9, you can also write here, let's say digit. Okay, and then since I only want to delete it, so I will not give here any option, so I will write here dash d. Okay, now you will see the output is giving as it was previously coming. Okay, now one last thing, in the range of set you can give here characters like q to, let's say z. Okay, you can give the characters like this, and let's say here I am writing here q to capital Z. Okay, so small q will be changed with the capital Q, then afterward characters like that. Okay, similarly we can interchange it. Let's say I'm writing here A to capital A to, let's say capital A to capital C. Okay, and I'm writing here small a to small c. Okay, so capital A will be replaced with the small a, then capital D will be replaced with the small b, and capital C will be replaced with the normal or small lowercase c. Okay, so remember that we can specify the range like that also. Okay, but always use the manual page whenever required, because there are plenty of sets that we can use in this form. Okay, so let's see here, right? Then you will see here there are lots of ways in which we can specify a set of characters. Okay, now there is one last option that is also widely used, that is the dash c. Okay, that stands for complement. For example, let me first clear it. Let's say our file is doc3, then you will see there are numbers and alphabets. Okay, now let's say I only want to persist the numbers and I want to delete all the characters. Now for that I can write here tr and then dash c, and then I will write here, let's say digit. Okay, and then I will want to delete it, so I will also write here d. Okay, so complement means that other than the digits, everything is going to be deleted here. Okay, so complement means basically that is not in this current set. Okay, current sets of characters. So if I press enter, now you will see it is giving me only the output as 1 4 5 5 6. Okay, basically deleting every other characters other than the digits. Okay, it is also removing the white space and /n. Okay, so keep this point in mind, it is also used widely. Okay, so remember that wc and tr command are widely used and really very helpful. Okay, to try to practice these commands also. Okay, so that's all for today guys. I hope you like the video. If you have any doubt, please comment it down. Thanks for watching, and I have to see you in the next video.